a street. Oh, a quest! Gosh, I got really excited for a second there. Let's do it. All right, we'll talk to Cornelia. Hello there. Where are you going, if I might ask? I'm just looking around. Ah, so you were just a visiting guest. My apologies. I thought you were a citizen here on business. Since I've been placed here closest to the gate, people always ask me for directions. That sounds like a tough job. It's fine. I don't think so. Interaction brings color to an otherwise ordinary life. It helps keep your mind dog more agile. The longer you work here, the more you realize how important this agility is. I just can't believe it. Would someone really take a camera into the Masson Gaston himself and simply strut about taking pictures of everyone and everything? It is ridiculous. Everyone knows. Everyone should know. This is how secrets get leaked. It's common sense. Common sense was common, Mr. Lottie. Then the Mason Gaston would simply disband tomorrow. I shall leave this to you. Have them sign the document, just like I taught you, and return it to me before the weekend. I still have to handle the expense receipts. Carsix keeps hassling me about it. But Mr. Royalette? Mr. Royalette, just who should I be looking for? We don't have an office specifically in charge of cameras. I trust your judgment. Now hurry up and take care of this so that we can really enjoy the weekend. I'm going to take care of other things. Hop to it, kid. Yes, sir, Mr. Royalette. Royalette leaves in a leisurely manner. What are you doing? Oh, hello. It looks as though you're not a member of the staff here at the Maston Gaston. I'm currently busy with official business. Should you have any inquiries, please ask Miss Cornelia. She's right over there. She will provide you with a chair and a cup of tea. Please have a seat, and I will come find you after I'm done. What is the big rush? It's actually a simple matter, but dealing with it is quite complicated. The office I work in has received a notice instructing us to draft a letter to the other offices. The content was something like staff are forbidden from bringing cameras into the Maison Gaston and taking pictures except for work purposes in order to avoid leakage of secret information. Does telling me about the letters constitute leaking secrets? Oh, no, certainly not. If anyone had use of a camera to take a photo of the documents and resulted in a leak, then this would certainly be a confidential letter. However, maybe someone will use a camera to take a picture of documents in order to leak them. It's not a secret. After all, it's a possibility that everyone is aware of. I feel dizzy. Think about it this way. If you are guarding a secret, then the secret you are guarding certainly cannot be revealed. But the fact that you are guarding a secret itself may not be considered a secret. After all, if even the fact that you are guarding a secret is considered a secret, then you will fall into an endless cycle of keeping the secret of keeping secrets. Oh, you really enjoyed hanging out? I'm gonna head off to the night? Okay, cool. Well, thanks for being here. I'm just happy I found another quest to do. So, have a good night. Thank you for coming in. Your wording is an endless cycle. God, who's responsible for this? That is where the matter becomes complicated. There is no office in the entire Maston Gaston that is directly in charge with managing cameras. Mr. Siamin says that we should ask Miss Gattiano. Their work is related to confidential matters, and thus it should be the first to be made aware. But Mr. Royalette says that I should ask Dufour. He's in charge of all matters related to the staff of the Maston Gaston. Were we to make a new rule that all staff at the Maston Gaston cannot bring cameras to work, we'd have to let him know. Wow, that's complicated. Why are there so many different people responsible for different things? What happens if you can't remember? That is why each of us carries a thick notepad. Even with the notes, I'm not sure Ooh, I should look more now. I guess it's a matter of personnel. Let's talk to Mr. DeFore. That's exactly what I thought. But he has quite the explosive temper. Although he's quite reliable, his sharp tongue is sure to leave a mark. But he must be informed of this matter as soon as possible. Well, I guess I'll let you see for yourself. Please, this way. Okay, I already have a Dragonair, but I don't know if I've done the mission, so I'm going to go ahead and catch it again. Or at least throw a ball. Get a more repeat ball. Let's see. Where are we supposed to go? I missed that. Maybe the quest log will tell me. It's this person before. Yanu, let me guess. Bad news. Sir, you are correct. It is not good news. To be precise, it is secret news. So it is. Very funny, Levine. Or Ione. Letters. So what's the secret news? Really? Ione explains the situation in detail. That is true. Something like this could really easily happen. After all, most of the staff here at Mason Gaston aren't really sensitive to how confidential differentiated documents are. People really ignore something so serious? It's all thanks to Gaetano and his people. All these documents here have to be reviewed by them, and they decide secret classification of the documents and stamp it. Sounds like a good system, right? But the folks in charge of reviewing the documents came up with a truly ingenious way to save time. Just stamp secret on every single blasted document that comes our way. Last week, Karsix went to the Opera Eclipse for a speech and talked about recent performances. I remember, listened to a long speech and lots of people were there. The text of his speech was even in newspapers. Since his speech was given in front of everyone and everyone knows it already, how can someone everyone knows be a secret? But no, even so, Gaetano just has to classify it as secret. Maybe he has a good reason? As if! He classified the draft that was released to the public as secret. He didn't bother with any of the previous versions. Karsix never writes his own speeches. The entire text of every draft is written for him by someone else. The only changes he makes to the entire speech are to sign his name and change a few irrelevant adjectives. And all those older manuscripts that he didn't edit, of course they're lying on Karsix's desk. Nobody cares. If Gaetano actually cared an iota about protecting secrets, why doesn't he classify those as secret too? Perhaps it's a precautionary measure? Oh, come on. They just want to save time. To Gaetano, the best way to protect secrets is to make absolute every trivial little thing a secret. That way, nobody knows what the actual secrets need protecting are, not even them. If you want to hide a glass of water, then the best is to dump it in a lake. Great plan. Nothing can ever go wrong. And if you want to hide a glass of Fanta, are you going to turn the entire lake into a lake of Fanta? A lake of Fanta? Paimon wants to swim in it. Fanta's really, really tasty, right, traveler? We'll get you some in a bit. Really? That's the deal. No backsies. So this document. Anyway, this matter does not concern personnel. You've come to the right person. Does concern personnel. So you've come to the right person. Before we can begin officially our work, we must know if it's a glass of water or a glass of Fanta we're hiding. But first, we must let Gaetano ascertain the security classification. Just like I said before, as we're already old colleagues, it won't cause any trouble for you. Our office will absolutely support and assist you with this matter. First, slowly looks over the file, lazily scrawls something on it. Went too far. Very well. Now go find Gaetano. This will affect the staff, so I must go and inform the relevant people in advance. But before walks out without looking back. He left. Ah, that's Mr. D4 for you. Quick to anger, but quite clever. Nothing we can do now but look for Gaetano. This way, please. I don't know why we got roped up in this. Bureaucracy, the quest. Yanni, to think we met here, you little rascal. Mr. Gaetano, I was looking for you. There's something you should know. What is it? I've just finished reading today's Steam Bird when Mason Gaston wasn't mentioned. Yes, it's a secret matter. Oh, now that's a rare sight. Someone besides a journalist who can tell if something is secret or not. You explain the situation in detail. Seems our Mr. Durfer is exceptionally diligent as journalist. It's almost as if he charged into my office demanding to know the secret security classification of this document. I completely concur with his opinion. This matter certainly must be reviewed and classified first, but the matter of camera security leaks, that's quite large. It concerns the entire Messengerson. My office cannot ascertain the confidentiality. I must go to the other offices first and allow them to review it. And once they are familiar with the matter, then we can proceed. For example, Carsix. This order came from Mr. Carsix. Then it's even more important that he be aware of how we're dealing with it. Come on, lad. Let's go find Royalette, and we'll meet with Carsix. Wait, Mr. Gaetano. This confidential matter, as such, it falls under your office's jurisdiction. Well, in that case, then we can keep affairs on the handle confidentiality from you in the future, even on personal related matters. Hey, those are two different things. Quit shifting the goalposts. Well, it's certainly not up us to decide whether or not they're the same thing. Looks like I've messed up things again. They're arguing. Traveler, how do we get out of here? Adults arguing is scary. Gentlemen, calm down. There's no need to be upset over such a trifling matter. This is no trifling matter, Roulette. This is a matter of grave importance that impacts the entire Maston Gaston. I dare not act rashly and decide it on my own. So it is. There's nothing trivial at all about protecting our secrets. I don't think there's anyone in the whole Mason Gaston more suited to handling this matter than you. Relax, please. Why must you gentlemen argue about who's in charge? As I see it, there's no need for anyone to be primarily responsible. You don't even need to coordinate. What? I fear I do not understand your meaning, Roulette. I don't probably train your thought. I don't quite follow your train of thought, Roulette. You two are both gentlemen with a wealth of experience, and I know when dealing with something complicated, we must first divide it into simple things. The responsibility of preventing people from leaking secrets using cameras should logically fall to Catania. But you need not do anything extra, just continue catching leakers, as before. As for informing everyone of the policy that cameras are to be brought to the Maston Gaston, this troubled task must fall to defer before nobody else in the Maston Gaston can clarify the new policy to the staff. We have no capability to enforce it. Nobody listens to us. We need not worry about that. Leave enforcement to Gaetano. What you need to do is not notify, but propose. The bigger print the proposal, the better. Put it at the entrance. Be sure to print the case of the last camera leak before it. That should be enough. Sounds exactly like before. How is this different from before? I don't understand, Mr. Roulette. This way... I agree to this proposal. Excellent. Very clean and clear. What? Proposal? That's easy. Then we have reached an accord. After anyone writes the draft, I'll bring it to both of you to look over. Now, let's each get back to our work. Gateno and Defora look at each other for a moment. Oh, I missed that text again. Very sorry, Miss Roulette. I really messed this up. Don't blame yourself. You know, it's not your fault, at least not completely. Why did they suddenly accept your idea? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. That's right. Why did they suddenly stop arguing? They looked like they were about to start a brawl. That's because you don't know what these two gentlemen truly care about. Do you think they simply didn't want to take on extra work? Of course not. They simply did not want any other offices to get involved with their work, especially when themselves would be held responsible. As long as you understand this, it's easy to remove the source of their discontent, and they're quite willing to do the work. But your proposal, they still have to take responsibility. Gatiano and Differ are both experienced bureaucrats. They are both painfully aware of some simple truths. In large organizations, such as the Mason Gaston, everyone has to take some responsibility. That's the only way to make sure everything can continue to operate smoothly. You can negotiate the size of the responsibility, but everyone must take part. If anyone refuses to do so, well, then they best pray that they never run into any trouble. Don't think too much about it. You'll come to understand all of this someday. Right now, the important thing is to rewrite the proposal as a proposal and bring it to me. Got it? Yes, Mr. Royalette leaves in a hurry. Looks like another all-nighter. I guess I'll grab a coffee first. Do you always stay up so late? I wouldn't say always, but I guess I'm just used to it. Regardless, it's as good as long as I get my work done. Sometimes I wonder if there's a point to all this work I do. I type, I produce documents, I chat, I run errands day in and out. As an objective observer, traveler, what are your thoughts? Further observation required, citizen. Fine. Perhaps you can give me an answer after you've observed me a bit more. If you're interested, come here tomorrow. We can talk again then. As a Gastonaire here at the Mason Gaston, I've been drowning in a sea of work. Perhaps you could tell me, as an objective observer, what's the point of it all? It's pretty interesting. Right? That's not a real day. That's just an in-game day. So we might be able to knock all of these out tonight. 8 o'clock. Anyway. Traveler, it's nice to see you. You don't look so good. You have bags under your eyes and seems like you can barely speak. You should take a break. I can't rest. I stayed up all last night writing drafts, but none were good enough. Time for another rewrite. Just a second. What was that thing? Let me try to turn that timer off again. I think turning off the timer incorrectly caused it to crash. Ugh, can't start. Maybe that worked, or maybe that crashed the bot. We'll find out. Okay, well, should be off. Sorry, brief break there. Okay. If you have any official business you require my assistance with, please wait a moment. You can pull up a chart near Mr. Royalhead. Perhaps he even has coffee. I must get back to writing. No, using "to my dear colleagues" is certainly not formal enough. Poor guy. Poor guy. Traveler, glad to see you've come back for another visit. Coffee? Now that you mention it. Yeah, Paimon wanted to ask too, but those guys were so loud and Paimon didn't dare talk about anything else. And I thought I was going to get kicked out. Why? No need to worry. The gods will let you in, so why would we take it upon ourselves to chase you out? This is also an example of clear delegation of authority and responsibility. Hello, traveler. I am Cecibine. As a pleasure to meet you. Hello, and you are? Sace Main used to work at the courts as an assistant secretary. Due to some rather messy circumstances, he was transferred back to the Maison Gaston. Using his logical and precise deductions, we were able to find solutions to many previously intractable problems. Please, that's a bit much. I merely transferred over my previous work experience and used the value of certain things to infer the importance of matters related to them. Though, in practice, countless matters that cannot be precisely measured will crop up in the course of work. But in these cases, applying roulettes will develop axioms of human interactions of great assistance. And that what it means what now? Put simply, when dealing with work, Simaine is quite skilled in considering all sides and their state. It makes everyone feel as though they're important. It's like balancing scales. And if the balancing act is too simply impossible, then I can tip the scales with the weight of words. Yeah, Inaoi turns to be working really hard. Can you help him? Yeah, it seems like he's about to pass out. This is a path that all must walk sooner or later. Should I help Lorene Inuine write the document? He will not remember this lesson. His head and heart are filled with idealistic fantasies about working at the Maison Gaston is. But fantasies are for the young, not for the Gastonnaires. And I simply do not know how to write those documents. Oh, you're quite direct. All right. So, what business brings you here? Tell me. I'll see if I can. Inuine suddenly jumps over in a panic. Alas, all is doom and ruin. Miss Roulette, do you have any spare keycaps for the typewriter? As I was typing, I suddenly discovered that a keycap was missing. I have no idea when it could have. Did you already have a look nearby? Maybe it just fell on the ground. Or maybe it's stuck in a book, or sandwiched between the documents. Did you already check these possibilities? Or maybe it's in a pen holder, or in your sleeve, or your hair, or a teacup. I looked everywhere, even my pockets and shoe bottoms. I've searched all over, and it's nowhere to be found. Very well, then you should go ask Cornelia. We do have spares for things like keycaps. She's the one that needs the file request with. I should just buy one myself. I shouldn't take Estelle long to make a keycap. My dear Ili. Yeah. I can't with his name. Do you really want to spend your own money? Typewriter and its keycaps are public property of the Maison Gaston. Filling an application with Cornelia is the proper procedure. It really doesn't cost much at all. This is not a matter of how much. This is another matter of authority and responsibility. Preparing the public property of the Maison Gaston should be paid for by the public accounts of the Maison Gaston. If you pay for this with your own private funds and do not file a claim for reimbursement, then your expenses are audited at the end of the year. It'll be unclear where the money came from. Fine. I'll go find Cornelia right now. Wow, even buying something's a pain. This is actually quite normal around here. Please, this way. Let's go find Cornelia. A keycap for a typewriter. Hey, Zemaine, can you expense something like that? I am unclear. If typewriters can be expensed, then it follows that the keycaps for the keys can be reimbursed as well. Oh my god, this is so funny to me. Hello, Mr. Anyway, may I help you? And hello to you too, Miss Cornelia. We have any spare keycaps for a typewriter? Excuse me. My typewriter is missing a keycap, so I'd like to apply for a replacement. If there isn't one in stock, I would also work if I could reimburse the purchase of a new one. Expensing a keycap. That shouldn't be a problem. In principle. Sign your name here, please. Just write requesting reimbursement for replacement keycap due to typewriter malfunction. Sign your name in the office. Very well. Can I get the keycap today, right? I really need to get back to work. Mr. Inuine, have you ever applied for reimbursement for the purchase of public property before? Being reimbursed for work expenses is not at all like you imagine. You don't simply buy something and then reimburse it. You need to compile all the reimbursed receipts and documents on a monthly basis, create summary reports, and then submit everything to the Mason Cardinals for approval at the end of the month. This approval process is related to the approval of payment of salaries for the entire Mason Gaston. If the amount of expense is too late, then the Mason Cardinals will need to submit to Monsieur Neuvillette himself for approval. Payments can only be officially sent after the review is complete and everything is signed. If he has any questions about a certain expense report, the staff member in question must submit a written report, and we must prepare to submit our first batch of reports, which we shall do sometime in the next few days. You mean if I'm unfortunate, it might require Monsieur Neuvillette himself to sign off on a keycap for reimbursement? Such are the rules, Mr. Anime. And since the total expenses for this month are large indeed, he may very well be required to audit the reports. Monsieur Neuvillette, wait, isn't that your Chief Justice? It's just a keycap. We're making him sign for it. That doesn't feel right. Isn't there some other way? I think so too. After all this, it's a keycap. Don't trouble him with it. That is true. There's other ways, yes. You could buy a keycap yourself first, and then I can provide an official acknowledgement of debt in the public accounts. After all the reimbursements have been processed, the payment process completed, and the amount owed will just be paid to you directly from the public purse. Excellent! Let us do that. After all, a keycap doesn't cost much. I can pay for it. Then please sign here. You should write requesting reimbursement for the replacement of the keycap to the proper function. Are you going to purchase a replacement for Miss Estelle? Yes, indeed. Is there anything wrong? Then I will take the IOU to Mr. Roulette to get him to sign, and I'll take it to Mr. Estelle to verify the purchase amount. But if you don't need to worry about that, just hurry up and buy your keycap. I'll take care of the rest. Thank you so much. You really are the best, Mr. Cornelia. I'll go buy it right now. Come on, traveler. It's time to leave. Let's get the heck out of here. Wonder what she has to say. Keycaps. They're not on our purchasing list of items eligible for reimbursements. Fuck. It's just gonna get worse. Oh, this is so bad. It's gonna cost like one more. Gosh. Question. How many people playing this know what a keycap is? Yeah. I know what a keycap is. You know what a keycap is? Inquiring minds want to know. Do you know what a keycap is? Have you ever used a typewriter before? It's pretty straightforward if you think about it. It's the name. It's the little metal piece that sits on the key. It's the cap of the key. But still, have you ever touched one before? Have you ever seen them break off? You used a classic typewriter? I don't know. Let's find out. Ah. Inuine, what is it? You seem out of breath. Estelle, please, I need a keycap for a typewriter. You should have something here, right? Of course, but typewriters have so many different keys. Take a look and see which one you need a keycap for. Inuine starts to rummage around, searching for the keycap he needs. This one. This is it. Here's the money. Thank you, Estelle. Last time you said you'd like to go boating with... Hey, Inuit. Hey, Inuit. Typewriter keycap. What's he so busy with anyway? He really is. Wait, let's see here. I want to see it in my inventory. I have a keycap in my inventory. Oh my god, there it is. A newly purchased keycap, though it does not quite fit with its counterparts already on the typewriter. Well, let's just make it do for now. Do I have 2 seashells? I have 2 seashells. Why do I have 2 of those? Weird. Some quest item that I haven't used yet. I'll have to figure out how to use those. Back to the office politics. This is like work here. This is like work simulator 101. Whoever wrote this must know what it's like to work in an office job so well. Guess. Oh. Insert keycap. Great. Now I can finally continue working. This proposal must be finished today. Thank you so much. When we have the time, we'll certainly treat you to an excellent meal. Are you free tomorrow? Come find me here if you've got the time. Wait for me to finish work and go eat a tasty meal. All right. We'll be waiting. All right. Well, I must work faster. Wait, what's the next sentence? Should I have written everything down? All right. One more. Let's do it again. Oh my goodness. What's gonna happen now? Oh man. How silly is this gonna get? Alright. Okay. Back to this guy. Is he like dead on his desk yet? Inoi? Are you done writing? Inoi? What? Yes, I finished writing. It's me. Did you finish writing it? Oh, it's you. I must have fallen asleep. Sorry. Mr. Roulette and Mr. Samine stayed with me half the night. With their guidance, I finally finished the proposal. I was just too tired. I thought I'd just close my eyes for a bit. I never thought I'd sleep until now. I need to find Mr. Dowles at first and have him stamp his proposal with the official seal of the Mason Gaston. And then take the proposal to Mr. Difer for his stamp, and then we can begin officially printing it, and then we can be done with this. Sounds simply enough. Yes, in any case, I've heard that Mr. Dowles has introduced a brand new type of machine for fixing stamps. They say it is convenient, made with confidentiality in mind, and they plan to use it throughout the entire Maison Gaston. Take a look. Miss Roulette even gave me a key. Every department must use this key to activate the stamping machine. Anyways, sounds pretty formal and official. Why don't you take another nap? Paimon. Oh, sorry, wrong voice. Why don't you take another nap? Looks like you can barely walk straight. Anyway, it's just getting a document stamped. So there's that. Stamping machine to do it? There's no need to rush. No, we cannot afford any more delays. Let's go right away. Like you said, it's only a stamp. It shouldn't take too much time. Totally is going to take a lot of time. Oh boy. Mr. Thals. Thals, can I get my documents stamped now? Yes, of course you can. Did you bring the key? And please sign here too. I thought we wouldn't need to sign now that we've got the machine. Well, about that. The machine still needs to be operated by someone, so you have to sign in, don't you? It's a guarantee. But this machine is perfect for maintaining secrecy. Without a key, you can't set it up. But the document's there, and make sure that they're appropriately aligned, and then insert the key into the keyhole. Is this just an automatic stamping machine? It looks really ordinary. Like this, and turn the key. Wait a second. Just hold that pose. Don't move. I'll take the picture. Why do you need to take a photo? We actually found the source of the fucking photography. It's this dude. It's this guy. It all came from this. This is where it came from. When we first deployed these machines, Mr. Karsick specifically specifies we must use a camera to make a record of everyone that came to get the document stamped. I need to move. Can't have this document in the frame. Recently, someone said that there's going to be a new document promulgated here at the Mason Gaston that specifically addresses secrets leaked through cameras. I don't want to be the first one to make an example of. Traveler, let's go wait outside. If we're in the photo, maybe we'll get sucked into some kind of baloney involving leaked secrets. Val's takes the picture. Okay, I've taken the photo. Well, please start at the machine. Turn the key already. Why isn't it responding? It's impossible. I just repaired it. Can't be broken again already. Valves begin to insist the machine. Let me guess, there's a keycap in there. That's odd. There's nothing wrong with it. Reinsert the key and try again. Oh, I don't have any Pokeballs. That's a problem. I think I missed this one. Oh, I'm definitely with this one. Oh, it already escaped. To do that one. Okay, here goes. Minuin takes out the key and puts it back in. The machine doesn't turn on. It's not working, Dals. Think of something. Maybe you didn't align the document properly. You need to fit the document to the markings. There's a hidden trigger mechanism inside. Does the document have anything to do with the machines not starting? Of course it does. Otherwise, how could the machine know that there are documents waiting to be stamped? There's an automatic machine, after all, not operating it manually. Oh, for the love of... Fine. I'll just make sure it's properly aligned with all the markings. He takes the document out, places back. The machine sits there silently. It's no good. It's still not working. How could this be? I thought last time I gave it a little smack and it started working properly again. Then I'll give it a whack. Appears that I have no choice but to try it. I'm getting close to the point where we resort to prayer and try to fix it. That's true. We can still pray, can't we? Lightly tap machine. Auto sampler 28,000. The machine replies to you with a complete silence. Put a little more oomph into it this time. Oh my god, this is going to be so bad. The machine seems like it's too lazy to even care about your effort. Smack it so hard that later iterations will feel it. Machine breaks in silence. It lets out a rusty, annoyed sound, as though a very sleepy person just fell out of bed. Whoa, what's that sound? Don't tell Paimon the machine's completely broken now. And then, as if the machine sleepily found its slippers and stumbled over to turn on the light, it begins to operate with a whir and a clunk. It's finally working! The outer stamp is well worn, but works slowly and methodically. With several people on the brink of despair gazing at it intently, the machine slowly drops the stamp downward with the speed of an elderly tent tortoise climbing a cliff. The stamp that has been taken its first step into the paper seems to stagger around the document before meandering slowly about and finally settling down to rest. Finally, the machine shivers and shudders and begins to slowly retract the stamp. Ha ha! I told you it'd work. I truly do not understand what's so great about this machine. It's called automatic, but it's far slower than just doing it by hand. It's perfect for maintaining confidentiality and secrecy. Look around. Even if we wanted to, we couldn't make the stamp out and use it for our own private purposes without permission. Ah, don't act so smug. What if the machine completely breaks down and Mr. Karsix isn't here either? What then? Well, it'll still be okay. I have a backup key. To open up the machine? No, to open up a box in Mrs. Karsix's office. There's a backup stamp in there. Traveler, let's hurry up. We must bind and staple the document so we can deliver it to Mr. Defoe. I can't wait to be free from this nightmare. Okay, we have the stamps. Document is bound and stapled, and all that's left is give it to Mr. Defoe and we'll finally be done. Today I'm going to go to good night's sleep and forget all this. I'll take the day off and go find Estelle. Mr. Inui, do you have a moment? Yes, what is it? No, did the reimbursement get approved so quickly? That it did not, but Monsieur Neuvillette sent someone to me. He had come to ask you, why are you expensing a single keycap and not an entire typewriter? Because, well, a single keycap fell off, that's all. Why would we need to expense an entire new typewriter? You know, that does make sense. Perhaps, but our list of items eligible for reimbursement includes typewriters, not individual keycaps. As such, keycaps are a brand new payment item. Therefore, you must submit a written document to Monsieur Neuvillette to explain in detail why you are expensing that single keycap. But why does it feel like some kind of bad joke and not an actual government business? Is that really necessary? So, you want me to write a separate report to the Chief Justice explaining how I lost a single keycap? The Mason Cardinal said that this was a request from Monsieur Neuvillette himself. As if the Mason Cardinal says everything's a request from the Monsieur Neuvillette himself. But no one dares test the waters and see if it's actually the truth. Come now, enemy, calm down and listen to me. As Gastonnaire of the Mason Gaston, order from the Chief Justice are an imperative carrying the full weight of the administration. Simply put, you have no choice but to write it. Not that this is a bad thing, you know. You can use this chance to show off your handwriting to him. Not everyone gets a chance to make a separate report to him. But Uh-oh. Hello, friends. Good news. We've caught someone leaking secrets with a camera red-handed. As a sterling example of negative behavior that we shall include in the proposal. And as for the criminal who knows the law yet knowingly violated it, it is in fact the very person who reminded everyone to use cameras lest they expose secret, Mr. Karsix. It's because of him that Inui was all night writing the proposal, and now he's been caught breaking the rules first, no less. He used a camera to take multiple photos of his office and then distributed them to reporters. One of the photos included his own minutes for meetings, and the public now has discovered the contents of minutes were widely different from what he said in his previous speeches. Rumors are swirling like mad, and it appears that Mr. Karsix's office is about to become the biggest joke in Fontaine. Again. Wait a minute! What do the minutes have to do with the speech? Well, most of the contents of the speech were agreed upon in the meetings recorded by those minutes. Of course, they're related. So why are they different? Oh, that's actually quite normal. The purpose of the meetings and the minutes is to tell us exactly what the content cannot appear in the speech. Karsix himself hasn't got the foggiest notion what he's going to say. He doesn't even have his own ideas. He's completely reliant on being reminded by his subordinates. Wait, so where's Mr. Karsix now? He's awaiting investigation by my office, after all. Not only did he leak secret documents, but he also caused quite the storm in the city. I think he may have to stay in there for a little while. What about my document? I just finished writing it. It's all stamped and ready and... Hey now, it's okay. You wrote it. Oh, it'll get sent out eventually. It wasn't a waste. Please calm down. Inu, are you there? Mr. Selmy? You're finally here. Please help me think of something. Don't talk about that now. Your keycap. Have you already expensed it? You think I even have to write a report to Monsieur Nouvelet himself about it? Oh, drat. Take a look. Is this the keycap? Where did you find it? It was under my desk. Just as the cleaning staff was sweeping, they accidentally swept it over. Someone saw it and put it on my desk. I thought it was the keycap from my own typewriter at first, so I put it away. But today I took a look and I realized my typewriter wasn't missing a single keycap, so... This nightmare, when will it end? A traveler, what really is the meaning behind my work? Inuin falls to the ground in a faint. He's down. Inui! Inui is rushed to the doctor. And this is my fault. If only he found the keycap earlier, things wouldn't have turned out like this. How is the issue about the keycap? Hello? That's right. Everything's a complete mess. Inui didn't even know what to do. Catino and Defer have still just vanished. What's going on with these guys anyways? Inui cares about the meaning of his work, but he doesn't know what the point of his work is. That kid's always thinking about these sorts of things. The point of work. Such grand topic that can't easily be explained in just a few words. You'll only help more pressure on yourself, constantly worrying about such issues. Well, do you know the answer to that? No, I've never even considered it. It's just work. As for me, while I do think about it now and then, I have my own way to deal with stress. If you really want to find the answer, perhaps we could find some time to talk more. But right now, I've got to buy some fruit and go see Inuin. Now, that's the main matter, and no mistake. I'm also going to go help Inuin apply for sick leave. He really needs some rest. Great. We each have our tasks. That is the way things get done. Well, we'll see you later then, traveler. Aw, that's weird. Where did I put that sick leave form? God, this poor man. Oh, this poor man.